welcome again, bright kids and bright parents. Okay, I hope the kids are watching with their parents because I have some surprises here. As you can see, I have lots of books. Even at my background, I have lots of books because today's topic is about tips on encouraging reading in a gadget-filled world. This applies to all levels. The babies, the toddlers, the preschoolers, even the graders, and of course, the most challenging to encourage in reading, the teenagers, right? I know you're gonna agree with that, okay? But I have tips today so that we can encourage the children in all stages of their life, okay, until they become adults like us, to be bookworms or they have love for reading and for learning. Okay, so the first step is start when they're inside your womb. Yes, you heard it right. You should start reading to them when they're in your womb. And the genre should be different. It could be scripture stories, it could be factual books or fantasy books, even mystery. All genres are welcome because the child is also brain developing inside your womb, so that is actually the best time to introduce and teach them the love for reading. So don't fret, don't worry if you have not started teaching them or encouraging them to read or reading to the child when they are young. You can start at any time, and the best way to start is actually today. Okay, so I have here several books and several genres that I'm gonna show you. And I'm very sure that if you introduce these different kinds of books, they would be really into, book reading. And you'll be the person to say, wait, you have to eat, you have to sleep, okay, we have to go somewhere, so please stop reading, don't read while the car is moving, something like that. So when they're babies or toddlers, until toddlers, you give them books that they can really use, manipulate, and touch. Okay, because sometimes we buy books for them that will be broken and we end up, getting frustrated and we get upset with the baby. Of course, they will not like reading anymore. So the second step should be, you should get books for them that are appropriate for them. So if they are very young, you could use this kind of books. Actually, this is one of the books of our children. Sobrang, look, see, it's already all colored, but it's still in good condition. In fact, this is also used by our preschoolers in our school. So I just cover it up, and then there are thick cardboards. They're used with thick cardboard so that they would last several lifetimes maybe. I'm telling my children, you know what, if there's something that I want to pass on to the next generations, it would be, apart from our family tradition and love, it would be the books that we have collected. Because really, I would rather buy lots of books than bags, shoes, and clothes. Yes, I'm that type of mom because, you are actually passing on knowledge and wisdom to them. That's why I really love books. And the books need not be very expensive. There are so many bookstores where you can buy on sale, especially now that people are into gadgets. Halos ipamigay na lang nila yung mga books. They're all like, I can buy before, if it's 50 pesos, I'm very happy already. But now I can buy as low as 10 pesos. Could you imagine? A book? 10 pesos? Like, wow, this is gonna be shopping galore. Okay, so that's the second tip. You have to use books and materials that are appropriate for their age. One of the favorite books of my children when they were growing up, all three of them, Rabana, Rollas, and Renesme, is this book. As you can see, it's already ripped off. But even if it's like that, since I usually use thick plastic cover also so that it will protect the book. So since I invest in the books, I also use thick plastic cover, and then I change every now and then. This one needs some changing, okay? So this one, they like this because they get to feel something, okay? They get to feel something. So I read this actually to them before they sleep. So I usually interchange the scripture stories to these kinds of books. Okay, so this one is furry, and this one there. Okay, so this has what? This had been 20 years already, this book. Okay, this one's feather. There. Okay, so you just have to spend a few minutes, What I do in the book sale, I usually go to book sale. I borrow a seat there because I have scoliosis, so I have to sit and then choose books. Just they know me already in those bookstores. That's why if Teacher Grace will come, well, she's gonna bring a lot of books. Well, you can start doing that. And then, so these are usually for younger kids so that, they will not really break the books. Okay? And they will be very interested. Now, the third tip is that there will be two kinds of books. Okay? Of course, there are different genres. But what I mean with two kinds of books is there should be one book for pleasure. So we say books for reading pleasure. And then the other one is books for learning to read for the younger kids. Okay, so I have changed my books because I'm gonna show you examples of books for pleasure and books to practice reading. So some of the books for pleasure that I use for my children are this one. Recently, we read this also in our preschool class, and the children were really saying that, oh, the caterpillar is very hungry. And then I showed another video at a different week, okay, of a tortoise eating. And they remembered this book. Oh, teacher, the tortoise, it's eating, and it's like the very hungry caterpillar. Okay, so of course we are familiar with Eric Carle. Okay, for those who are not familiar with him, he's one of the favorite authors for younger kids. But I just have a comment here because he said that the caterpillar, okay, it went in a cocoon. When it's a caterpillar, the caterpillar should be in the chrysalis. Okay, the cocoon is for the moth, while the chrysalis is for the caterpillar. But still, his stories are very good. So the very hungry caterpillar, brown bear, he has that also. Here's another Eric Carle's, the very busy spider. And as you can see, the cardboards are also thick. Okay, so you don't need to be upset. You have to be careful with your book, because it defeats the purpose if the child or the mom or the daddy or the nanny, the ate, the yaya, okay, are like getting upset if books are broken. So we have to make sure that they really get to enjoy the books. And of course, an all-time favorite is Baby Einstein. Okay, so the boards are also very sturdy. And then these are examples of practice for reading. Okay, so they have to read this. Well, we encourage them to read these books because it will help them to be very good reader, eventually also very good with comprehension. So I just want to show all of this. As you can see, others are already broken, while others are still okay. Okay, I usually buy at least two for a book. Okay, because if a book is broken, when it's borrowed from the library, I make sure I have a spare. Okay, so I really invest in this. This one, the series is that the book, okay, has first the the middle sound of Okay, so like most of the words have the as the middle sound. So cat on the mat and dan and nan. So it's all Then this one, vet in a jet. Okay, so it's all Vet in a jet, Ben, red hen. It's all And then this one, it's all Cats, pig, wig, the tin bin. So big, wig, tin bin. And it's a series, you get to see familiar characters from the previous book that they've read. And then there's the middle sound. Pop, dog, fox, box. So the child makes it, easy for them to read because everything has the O sound. Okay, so I recommend this one. I use this for my kids when they were younger. And take note, before my children went to school, because the Bright Life Montessori Academy Incorporated, it's just here for 7 years today. Okay, so our 2 children, the boys, they have to go to a different school. And both of them, when they went to school, they're already reading. Okay, and then this one, it's all with medial sound up. Okay, pop, mud, bug, and mug. Okay, so I recommend these books. Well, actually, I have lots of books that I've seen with this. I can even share to you the stories that I've written with the A sound, S sound, E sound. So you can just comment down below if you want a copy of that. Okay, and then this one is a continuation of this series, and this time it has the long sounds. Okay, so this one has long A. So may, J, stay, away, okay, from the rain. I like to face here, but maiba naman. Okay, and then, so long A, and then the long E, there, okay, green, B, the long E, so it has also long I, Mike, kite, long O, Joe, doe, boat, and then long U, Sue, okay, and of course, there are also S-blends, okay, collection of S-blends. Wait, I'm getting messy, wait. Okay, snobby, snail, it's all with S-blends. Snobby, snail, smarty, snake. Okay, and then there's also the air blend. The R blends, pinagsama ko yung R and L. Okay, so L blends, blue and play, and then this one, R blends, Fred, frog, drab, crab. Okay, so I really recommend these books. And another thing that we also use in our school and that I recommend to our audience is the Scholastic Series. Actually, this is one unique program that we have in school. We have in partnership with Scholastic. So, most of the kids are taught to read and learn how to read using phonics, which is what we're doing, the sounds of the letters. But there are really some kids that do not like that. They prefer, okay, memorization. That's why we also introduce the sight words to them. These books are unique because the sight words are used in a story. That's why the kids are really enjoying. So for example, this is book 1. The only thing that they have to learn is the word hello. So like all throughout, there's hello. Okay, I see hello, hello. I see dog, hello, hello. Okay, and then you try that one. If they see that word around the house or in a place where you can go, if they see the word hello, they already know because they keep reading the word hello. And then, so this one, hello, and then up, like that. There's a lot of this. And again, if you like a copy of this, okay, you can comment, and then we can send you can send your email to us so we can send you a copy of this one. Okay, I have new sets of books, but it's actually a continuation of what I've shown you earlier. Okay, so these are the different colors of the Scholastic books. So what's good about this is that the child gets comfortable, okay, reading very easy words. And hindi nila namamalayan na as they progress, okay, they are reading longer words and stories. Okay, so from just like this to like this. Tingnan nyo naman ang tiyaga ng teachers, di ba? Like, when we got this from Scholastic, they sent us a PDF. So we have to print, okay, and of course we have to cut them because naka-print siya sa bond paper. And then we have to put cardboard and plastic cover for the love of books. Okay, so there, so this one, it gets longer na. The words that they're gonna read. Okay, the stories become longer. And of course here, they're much thicker already, the stories. Okay, so if you want this series, you just comment your email and we're gonna send them to you. So I will be showing to you so that it's clearer. and more readable, I'll show to you what's inside the stories of these books. I'll show you how it looks like inside. There. See? Very big words and very few. Then, from there to here. Okay. So there are 2 lines now for the stories. While the yellow and the pink, okay, they are much longer. Now, let's go to our 4th tip. Okay, the 4th tip will be we have to level up our books. Okay, we have to address the needs and the wants of our children. Okay, so I have some recommendations here. So, for example, Clifford, the big red dog. Okay, of course, this is fictional. Okay, I got this books from, well, it's just in Books and Max. Okay, I just like to buy books on sale. Okay, so there are different things that your child can read here. There's one, Clifford Goes on a Trip, and there's another one that tells about manners. There's another one that talks about community helpers. Okay, so it's a variety of stories, okay, that they can learn from, although they are fictional stories. Another one would be Arthur. Okay, this is Mark Brown's Arthur series. So he has several stories also. Okay, here he writes a story, and then here it's about practical life, children being responsible to clean their room. There are several stories that Mark Brown is offering to their kids. Okay, and also I have here books also, okay, that can improve the reading speed and accuracy of your children, even comprehension. Okay, the series says an I Can Read book. There's a lot. Okay, other stories are at random, but there's also an I Can Read book. Okay, that is Amelia Bedelia's series. So it's everything about her and her everyday lives. Okay, so those are some of my recommendations. And then the very famous Magic School Bus. Okay, this one, of course, those who are inclined to science, or even if they're not inclined yet to science, they will be inclined because of Magic School Bus. If you can let them watch the TV series, so much the better. Okay, because this one, it tackles several principles of science made easy and in a very interesting way. So I recommend also Magic School Bus. We level up the book, saga and the reading saga of our children. I'm gonna show you some more books that I can recommend. Okay, so this one, The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This has a story behind The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Our eldest, okay, now Teacher Brown, when he was in grade 1, he was inclined to this. Okay, and I find the book kind of expensive because because it's a new series, I cannot find something like that yet in the book sale. So if I have to buy like everything, it's kind of expensive. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna borrow from his classmates. And what happened was, since he's very fast in doing the seat works or whatever activity the teacher is giving, he's gonna borrow the book from the classmate who brings the book to school to read. And then the classmate would be telling him, Rab, you read it faster than I do. You're already done. Well, I am not yet even finished, even if I read it at home and take it to school. So, he's making an effort to read the books that he likes, even if I can't buy him at that time because it's a lot. Okay, so now, just recently, okay, after the lockdown, we're able to get this set. Okay, and every time he looks at this, he's just amazed. Oh, finally, I get to have my own Wimpy Kid series with all the books now. So, these books also let him start wanting to do arts. Okay? First, he started drawing the wimpy kid, just like the pictures in the book. And then, what happened was, he was able to be picked when he was in grade 2 to join a contest, drawing contest, and he actually won. So, from drawing the wimpy kid, okay, he actually is now doing animation. Okay, so from just liking the simple drawings here to now to a more difficult, more challenging drawings. So these are the first pictures or artworks of Teacher Rab. He's just copying those pictures inside. Okay, from this, his drawings became
I can't think nothing better than spending my day with you. My life's sunny and better, girl, when I'm with you.
another series that I can recommend would be Geronimo Stiltons. Okay, I have some more behind me. Okay, so we got this like 2 at a time, 1 at a time. Okay, and different occasions. And the graders also in Bright Life Montessori Academy Incorporated, they also like this series, so they're borrowing this from the library. Okay, so that's Geronimo Stilton. Here, closer look. Here now for our 5th tip, okay? Panglima na. Okay? So, my 5th tip would be, we have to support our child or our children in their book journey. Okay? So, in school, sometimes they're gonna be asked, well, they should be asked to make a book report or a book review. Okay? We have to encourage them doing that. Because sometimes, some parents would say, ang mahal naman kung bibili tayo, hiram na lang tayo. That's also okay, as long as, the child would feel that you're also excited for them in that book journey. So that they would be encouraged to read even beyond or even after the book review or the book report had been done. Okay, and then there was also a time that my children, they also wanted to read, of course, Harry Potter and also Percy Jackson, because they've heard from their friends or they've seen their classmates with this. So, even if it's kind of pricey, of course, we're not gonna, okay, like this one, let's buy this right away. So, we give it as a reward, okay? So, if they did something good in school, or if they've done something good in the house, we give this as rewards. In line with that, we should also support the genre that they have personally chosen. So before, we're the ones, reading to them or letting them read these kinds of books. But there would come a time that their genre would not be the same as, the genre that we like. Okay? So I'm gonna show these books to you. So these are Naruto. Okay? This one is the Demon Slayer. Okay? So when they asked me for something like this, they really wanted us, okay, to come with them to the bookstore. And then when I saw that they wanted, I'm gonna show it there. So when I looked at it, of course it's not really my type. Okay, so what happened first was, what about this one? So I was telling them, I was trying to divert their attention to other books, but they're bigger now, so they know what they want already. So I cannot easily just, push what I want for them. Okay, so good thing it was after Christmas. So because I don't want, I really don't want to buy them these kinds of books. So what happened was, they were the ones who bought it for themselves. So since namasko sila or may napamaskuhan sila, they have money. So they bought this. The good thing about it, okay, is that because they were the ones who bought these books, as in talagang they will take care of it. Inalagaan talaga nila. They were the ones who put the plastic cover, kaya hindi nga ganun kaganda yung pag-plastic din kasi bata pa sila. So it's their money. Okay, they price on the money that they used to buy this one. Kaya hanggang ngayon, sobrang inalagaan nila. I remember one time, okay, one of our students is actually looking for a book like this, the manga. Okay, and then, so I learned that he wanted this one. Actually, his name is Nathan. Hi, Nathan, if you're watching. Okay, so, okay, I told him, Nathan, these books are very prized by, by Kuya Rab, Kuya Roles. Okay, he was much younger then. Nathan was much younger then. So I told him, you have to take care of it. And I have to ask their permission so that they would lend the book. Because this is not part of the collection in the library. We don't have this yet. But because I want to support our student with the genre that he likes, I asked our children if they can lend the book to Nathan. Okay, which they did. So thank you. The fave now of of our children, whether they're teenagers, even in their 20s, okay, are anime, the manga, okay? For us who don't know, okay? So these are examples. Ito, Demon Slayer. So we bought this during the, just late last year. Okay, since they cannot go out because they're not yet with the age that can go out, what we're doing was, we're gonna turn on the video. Okay, these are the books that are here. What do you like? Since they're very bored and they also look forward to reading books that they have not read. Kasi paulit-ulit na yung mga nabasa nila sa house. And instead of just using the gadget, we supported them. We went out of our way and then we bought this series. Okay, now we go to our 6th tip. Okay, pang-anim na tayo. 7 lang naman, so we're almost done. Okay, the 6th tip that I'm gonna give you is to watch movies with them. Those are the books that they've read. You can watch the movies with them. Para talagang alive, okay? Since I'm not really an anime fan, I do my best to, sit for a while with them and watch them. And when they start to giggle and, to be excited or whatever the emotions being conveyed in the, in the thing that they're watching, I find pleasure also in watching them watch. Okay, I just watch them watch because I'm really not into it. But the good thing, their dad, hi dad, si Architect Cordell, he likes to watch with them. Okay, so that's it. That's the 6th tip. You have to watch the books that they've read with them. Now we go to our 7th tip. Okay, so they say that 7 is a perfect number. That's why I'm going to give you the last tip for today, okay, on how to encourage our children to read no matter what the age, okay, from the womb to toddlers to preschoolers, grade schoolers, teenagers, okay, even when they become adults. Okay, so my 7th tip is that we should also be readers. Of course, we teach by example. So me, I will divulge to you some of my collection, my favorite collection. So, as you know, this is the Twilight series, the Twilight Saga. Okay, this had become a world phenomenon. Okay, they say that even in the news, or if you can still Google it, you can Google it. If you see the news about it, those that are, in grade school, high school, college, even the grandma and grandpa, they really became bonded when they read and watched the Twilight Saga because it caters to all ages. And okay, in one of the reviews that I've read, Stephanie Meyer had English literature for her college degree. She got that course so that she has a reason to read a lot of books. Okay, so obviously it's one of my favorite collection books, and I don't know how many times I've read this book. There was even a time that there was this contest, okay, and you really should be a Twilight fanatic for you to answer the question. And then the reward was actually an Esprit watch. So until now we have that Esprit watch. So it means we won. I won. That's how addict I was. I still am. Okay, so as you can see, so these are the initial 4 books. And you might be wondering why I have another Eclipse. Okay, so actually I have 3 Eclipse books. So of course, this one, when we bought the collection. And then the other two, okay, napanalunan ko siya. Okay, so, but the other Eclipse book, yung English teacher of our son, she liked it, so I gave it to her as a present during Christmas. Kaya I have to let go of one of the Eclipse books. And then I also got this one. Okay, the Twilight Saga, the official illustrated guide. There. And then at a different time, I got this one. Okay, it's by Young Kim. It's by Young Kim. It looks like looks like manga to me, cartoon, webtoon. Okay, and this was just out last August. Okay, so this is Twilight. The one talking here is actually Bella. Okay, the girl. And then Midnight Sun, this is the version of Edward. Okay, he's the one talking in here. So, kahit may pandemic, we went to the bookstore and got Midnight Sun. Ayan, hindi ko pa siya na-cover. Mamaya ko-cover ko na siya. And at a different time and place, years back, I got this one. Really cheap. It was on sale. 20 pesos in Robinsons. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so it's just a notebook. But of course, I don't write anything. I just keep it as souvenir. There are different quotes from the book here. Okay, so if you're wondering why we named our only daughter, our princess, Renesmee, it's because of being a fan of this book series. So Renesmee became the daughter of Edward and Bella in these books. That's why we had her name Renesmee. And then, because I like already Stephenie Meyer, the author of The Twilight, I also like this one, The Host. So siya pa rin yung author. Okay, if you're asking how I got the other two Eclipse books, okay, I got one in a movie premiere in SM Mega Mall. Okay, so there was a question there. I forgot the question, but maybe if I remember, I'll tell you later. In short, I won it. And then the following day is a block screening. Okay, so the fans, they have a club and they sponsored in, I think that's in Glorieta, in Makati. There were several questions before the movie began. So, in short, nanalo pa rin ako. Ganun ko kaalam yung story. And this one, these are actually free. May poster pa to eh. Okay, it's free from here. Okay, so like this one. Is this this one. This one. So I still have that with us. I even bought a bracelet. Kaya lang, ewan ko. Alam kung saan nalagay ng helper ko before. So, I got lots of stuff. But, you know, my collection on Twilight, it's not that much compared to my other friends. In fact, my best friend, si Melody Ledesma, hi Melody, she was featured in Channel 7 because of her collection. I will ask for her video.
Jacob ng Twilight Saga na si Taylor Lautner sabik ng makasamang kanyang mga Pinoy fans. Tutukan yan dito sa 24 Oras.
Na love at first sight sa Maynila, ang Twilight star na si Taylor Lautner. Sabik din daw siyang makasama ang Pinoy fans ngayong gabi sa Mall of Asia Arena. Yan ang tinutukan ni Trisha Zafra.
Malayo na nga ang narating ni Lochner matapos gumanap na Jacob sa Twilight Series. Ngayon, isa na nga siya sa itinuturing na Hollywood it boy ng kanyang henerasyon. Isang matamis na ngiti ang handog ni Lochner sa mga miyembro ng media sa kanyang press conference sa Makati. Hindi raw siya makapaniwala na marami ang naghintay sa kanya. Na love at first sight daw siya sa Maynila.
I'm excited to be here and see all of the fans here in the Philippines. And then when I go home, I'm gonna start thinking about that.
Nasa bansa si Lochner para mag-endorso ng isang Pinoy clothing brand. Makakasalamuhan niya ang kanyang mga fans sa MOA. Pero hindi ito masasaksihan ng avid fan niyang si Melody. Ang pampalubag loob niya, mga life-size na Jacob at Bella standees na makikita sa bungad pa lang ng kanyang bahay. Kumpleto rin siya ng collectibles mula libro, action figures, board games, magazines, playing cards, at marami pang iba.
Yung author na si Stephanie Meyer, she's a Mormon, she's a Latter-day Saint, and I'm also a Latter-day Saint. Nakita ko dun sa niya, yung forever love, eternal love.
Inspirasyon din ni Melody ang Twilight sa iba pa niyang pinagkakaabalahan gaya ng pagtugtog ng piano. Pati sa paggawa ng cake, naging inspirasyon din niya ang cover ng libro ng Twilight. Maaaring natapos na raw ang libro at pelikula, pero silang mga fans di raw matatapos ang paghanga sa Twilight.
Exciting para sa mga fans. Kita ko nga sa Twilight Coven sa Facebook. Excited talaga lahat ng mga fans ng Twilight.
Tresha Zafra, Nakatutok, 24 Oras.
So there you have it, our 7 tips to encourage children of all ages to read and be bookworms. So in this digital world, digital age, we still have to encourage them, and I hope the tips that I gave you will be helpful. As they say, we have to read to learn, and also because readers are leaders. See you again!